Thank you all for listening and watching my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel Master Coolits. Hoping that you will not skip my ads. It's a big help for me by not skipping it. Thank you so much. Dragon Shadow. The Rise.
The Star Kingdom stood tall among the 72 countries of the Xuanyuan Mountains, one of the most powerful empires. In an ordinary low-level kingdom like those in the Seven Kingdom Alliance, the strongest warrior barely reached the expert level. Yet, even Martial King realm experts were nurtured in high-level kingdoms like the Star Kingdom. The Star Kingdom was strategically located at the heart of the Xuanyuan Mountains, surrounded by numerous empires and abundant with training resources. Its most renowned treasure was the Black Star Stone, which was crucial for Zayn Martel to activate his willpower gear. The distance from Eastern Palm to the Star Kingdom spanned hundreds of thousands of kilometers, a daunting journey for most. But Zayn Martel, with his mastery of wind power, viewed this as a mere challenge. Along his journey, he would travel and strive to reach the extreme level of his wind power. Zayn Martel traveled day and night, camping under the stars and pushing forward relentlessly. He crossed 13 empires, each with its own unique landscapes and dangers. One day, he accidentally stumbled into the forbidden area of a sect. The sect's head and several elders, all in the expert level, pursued him fiercely.
You dare trespass our sacred grounds, outsider.
I didn't come to fight, but if you insist, I won't hold back.
A fierce battle ensued, with Zayn Martel displaying his formidable strength, battling hundreds of rounds with his pursuers. His skill and resilience finally forced the crowd to retreat, leaving him victorious yet exhausted. On the 16th day, Zayn Martel finally reached the imperial capital of the Star Kingdom. The sight was breathtaking, more than 10 times larger than Eastern Palm's capital, brimming with prosperity and grandeur. Rows of armored soldiers above the advanced level patrolled the skies on strange demon beasts, ensuring the city's security.
The Star Kingdom definitely lives up to its reputation. What an eye-opener.
Hovering above the city gate, Zayn Martel marveled at the semicircle formation shield floating above the city wall. Its terrifying aura was palpable.
Even with the full strength of my Azure Dragon Emperor's palm, I'd barely make a mark on that shield.
Intrigued by everything he saw, Zayn Martel landed and entered through the city gates. The sheer scale and splendor of the place captivated him. The streets of the Star Kingdom were alive with a bustling crowd. Martial artists in all manner of strange attire moved about, their realms ranging from the intermediate level to the expert level. But no Martial King realm experts were in sight. Strange mounts carrying people passed by occasionally, while shops lined both sides of the road, selling myriad of goods. Medicinal pills, exotic demonic beasts, and even tarot readings were all available.
Wow, this place is amazing. The people here are also dignified and powerful.
Zayn Martel's eyes roamed wildly as he walked. The lowest ranked individuals he saw were in the expert level, and their strength gave Zayn Martel a vague sense of pressure. It was clear these people had come to the Star Kingdom for the same reason he had to participate in the preliminary selection for the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu.
Hurry up! There are changes happening on the Zora Genius list.
Really? Let's go check it out.
A man and a woman rushed past, and Zayn Martel, curiosity piqued, followed them. Ahead, he saw a large square with a stone tablet standing prominently. The tablet was covered in dense writing, and a crowd had already gathered around it, engrossed in discussion. Driven by curiosity, Zayn Martel approached the stone tablet. Above the writing, several large words caught his eye. Zora Genius List.
It's the Zora Genius List.
The name of the Zora Genius List rang like thunder in Zayn Martel's ears. Those ranked on it were true geniuses. He scanned the list of about 100 names, recognizing only a few. Among the familiar names were Julian Flynn, ranked 50th, Alex Harper at 32nd, and Ethan Reed, ranked 45th. These individuals were well known and had close ties to Zayn Martel.
What? Why is his name on the list too?
Zayn Martel's eyes widened as he saw a name in front of Alex Harper's. It was Hugh, ranked 20th.
Hugh made it on the list? What has he been through in these years?
Zayn Martel was puzzled, his mind racing with questions. Hugh's sudden rise on the Zora Genius List was unexpected and left Zayn Martel wondering about the events that had transpired over the years. Ever since the selection of the Sword King candidate for the Devil Flame sect, the Devil Flame sect had invaded the Five Spirit sect. Following that, Hugh completely disappeared without a trace. Many speculated that the Devil Flame sect had secretly killed Hugh. Others believed that after his defeat by Zayn Martel, Hugh went into hiding to cultivate. But no one knew the real reason behind his disappearance. There were rumors that Hugh was a spy for the Devil Flame sect. As time passed, his name gradually faded from memory. Zayn Martel never expected to re-encounter Hugh, especially in such circumstances.
It seems the preliminary for the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu is really competitive. I have to prepare well.
Victor Quinn ranked first on the Zora Genius list. When Zayn Martel saw the name, he couldn't believe his eyes.
Victor Quinn? Why does that name sound so strange?
Zayn Martel wasn't alone. Others also doubted their eyes upon seeing the name.
This Victor Quinn is super powerful. He may not look impressive and his name might sound weird, but his strength is unbelievable. Even 3 of the second strongest warriors couldn't match him.
How do you know? Have you seen him before?
Of course I've seen him. I will never forget the day he attacked me.
The more Zayn Martel heard about Victor Quinn, the more curious he became. What kind of strength did this person have to be ranked first on the Zora Genius list? There were still 4 days left before the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu's qualifying match. Zayn Martel found an inn to rest and recover from his journey. He then entered the dragon-devouring prison, focusing on mastering the power of wind. Just before the qualifying match, Zayn Martel raised his wind power to the extreme level. His improvement speed was astounding. The day before the match, Zayn Martel left the devouring dragon prison and explored the Star Kingdom. He eventually entered a renowned restaurant.
Waiter, bring me all the best dishes.
As Zayn Martel waited for his meal, thoughts of Hugh and Victor Quinn lingered. What challenges awaited him in the upcoming competition? And what secrets would be unveiled? In the heart of the 72 countries of Zora, nestled in the bustling imperial capital, stood the renowned Real Taste restaurant. Famous for its exquisite dishes crafted from the precious ingredients of demonic beasts, it promised not only an unparalleled culinary experience, but also numerous benefits for the body. Zayn Martel, intrigued by the restaurant's reputation and seeking information about the upcoming selection for the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu, decided to pay a visit before the event. As he settled at a table in the center, a sudden hush fell over the room. Eyes turned toward him, and whispers filled the air.
How dare he sit at that table? That's reserved for the Marquis house.
He must be from outside the Star Kingdom, here for the Dragon Envoy selection. He has no idea about the rules.
Have you finished eating? We should leave before the Marquis house people arrive.
In an instant, nearly a third of the diners hurriedly left the restaurant. Oblivious to the cause of their departure, Zayn Martel remained unfazed.
Brother, the seat you're in belongs to the Marquis house. You might want to move before you find yourself in trouble.
Marquis house? Thank you for the heads up, but I'll be fine.
Zayn Martel knew the Marquis house's formidable reputation in the Star Kingdom, a power that straddled the line between family and sect. He had heard tales of their strength, with 3 disciples even making it onto the Zora Genius list. Soon the waiter brought out 2 jars of wine and an array of exotic dishes. Eager to indulge, Zayn Martel reached for his chopsticks, ready to dive in. But just as he was about to start, a burst of arrogant laughter echoed from the stairs. 3 figures appeared, 2 men and a woman, each radiating power at the 2nd level of the Mahayana realm.
Junior, I'll show you the best of the Imperial capital. I've made reservations to ensure you get the royal treatment.
Senior, thank you so much.
It's my honor to have lunch with you, Junior.
As the trio approached, their eyes locked on Zayn Martel, sitting at their designated table. The atmosphere grew tense, and Zayn Martel could feel the weight of their stares. The man was pursuing the woman from the looks of it. But when she noticed Zayn Martel at their table, she questioned, doubting.
Senior, didn't you say this table was reserved? Why is someone else sitting there?
The man's face darkened as his gaze fixed on Zayn Martel. Fury surged through him. His seat had been taken, and at such a moment,
This is outrageous.
the burly man stormed over, grabbing Zayn Martel's table and throwing it aside. The food splattered, sticking to Zayn Martel's clothes. His expression grew dark as he stood facing the man.
Look, the people of the Marquis house are here, and it's the famous Martin Skycloud on the Zora Genius list.
I heard Martin Skycloud challenged William Brightjade, who was ranked 70th, and pulled him down with his suppressed power. Does this mean Martin Skycloud has the strength of the 70th place on the Zora Genius list?
Many stepped back, aware of Martin Skycloud's strength. They didn't want to be involved.
You brat, do you know whose seat you're sitting in? This is the seat of the Marquis house. You're here for the preliminary, aren't you? Believe it or not, I'll kill you now so you can't even participate.
His words were merciless. The man and woman behind him seemed used to it, feeling proud.
The Real Taste restaurant is open for business. Who are you to say I can't sit here? Is this place owned by the Marquis house?
How dare you talk back to me? I'll show you what happens when you go against the Marquis house.
Martin Skycloud's expression twisted with rage as he threw a huge fist at Zane Martel's face. In the heart of the imperial capital of the Star Kingdom, tension crackled like a brewing storm. The Real Taste restaurant was a place where legends mingled with commoners and hidden talents waited to emerge. Zane Martel stood firm, his eyes locked on Martin Skycloud. The crowd watched, their curiosity piqued, as Zane Martel's fist connected with a resounding... With a single punch, Martin Skycloud flew backward, crashing to the ground in a disheveled heap. Zane Martel didn't flinch, his stance as solid as a mountain. Eyes widened in disbelief. How could seemingly an ordinary man, Zane Martel, knock down Martin Skycloud, a name on the Zora Genius list, so effortlessly? The murmurs grew, everyone questioning, wondering if Zane Martel was also on the prestigious Zora Genius list. The Dragon Envoy of Kangmu's selection loomed close, and the imperial capital buzzed with the presence of hidden prodigies.
Who are you on the Zora Genius list?
I'm not on the list.
Relief washed over Martin Skycloud, transforming into arrogant defiance. He straightened, a sneer curling his lips.
You're not? Ha! No name on the Zora Genius list and you dare challenge me? You're courting death. I'll end you right here with the might of Marquis House's reputation.
The crowd held their breath. The challenge had been thrown. The air sizzled with anticipation.
You bastard. Let's take this outside if you dare.
Sure.
They moved east of the Real Taste restaurant, the crowd trailing like a shadow. 500 meters away, they faced each other under the open sky. Below, more than 100 onlookers gathered, eager for the spectacle.
Are they going to fight? Isn't that Martin Skycloud from Marquis House? Who's the young guy facing him?
Must be some kind of genius, too. The Dragon Envoy of Kangmu's match is coming up. Everyone's trying to prove themselves.
The tension reached its peak. Zane Martel and Martin Skycloud stood, ready to clash. The air thickened with the promise of a fierce battle, each heartbeat a countdown to the impending storm. The crowd's anticipation was a tangible force, pressing down, making every second stretch into eternity. What would happen next? Who would emerge victorious in this clash of wills and power? The answer hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of the unknown.